as we always do on this channel, update you with the latest transfer rumours and gossip that is currently going on. If you're new to the channel, as I keep saying, subscribe to Chazzaboy Davenport's channel as always. Anyway, let's get straight on with the news. The breaking news and the favourite is currently about Thomas Lemar. You know, the growing speculation what's going on now with Thomas Lemar, as I've updated you on a few occasions about what's going on with the player. Reports are emerging now that currently Liverpool are involved in this. They're currently joined the race with Arsenal to try and get Thomas Lemar's signature. For the entirety of the summer, basically, or almost the entirety of the summer, Arsene Wenger has been looking to get Thomas Lemar on the board because he's a player that's done well for France. He's a player that's done fantastic for Monaco last season, just like the other players did fantastic for Monaco last season. I think he got 14 goals, 17 assists. Good at dictating the play, good at driving forward, good at combining with his teammates well, he can cross balls into the box as well. But let's have a talk about it anyway. The current journalist, this Italian journalist, I can't remember the name. I don't think he's one of the most trustworthy or reliable journalists, but he's just basically made it clear. He's tweeted out to these Arsenal supporters. He's gained a lot of Arsenal supporters and that attention by basically saying, don't worry, basically, he will join the Gunners and he will leave Monaco. This is his perspective. He feels as though the deal is fully confirmed for Thomas Lemar. This is what's basically being said. And currently, we all know that I think Thomas Lemar is adamant that he wants to leave. They've had bids rejected in the past. Arsenal have had 3 bids now rejected for the player. I think the latest one was around about £45–50 million. But I think he's adamant that he does want to leave. Arsene Wenger's still convinced. He hasn't said it's not going to happen. He's still pretty confident he can get a deal over the line for Thomas Lemar. There is still on negotiations and discussions going on between the two clubs and the player and stuff. But it was the vice president a couple of days ago, as I notified you on. He'd stood firm in this situation. He was being moved, was basically saying there was reluctant to sell the player. He was resisted to any offer for Thomas Lemar, and that there was only going to keep him. He put regards to that, and well, as Fabinho, he also said that about Mbappe as well. They were in talks about in the process of securing a deal for Mbappe, but and Monaco in general may not want to sell him as they have raised funds, but they have lost a lot of players as well of Monaco, their top highly rated players. But with the Thomas Lemar case, I think he does want to leave. Monaco did put a price tag out of £70–80 million for the player. But now, according to reports, Liverpool have now joined the race because they're looking basically now for a basic alternative replacement for Coutinho, who looks like he could be heading to Barcelona with PSG nearly finalising the deal for Neymar. Wait there. Yeah, so Liverpool are reluctant to sell Coutinho because he's a player that got 13 goals last season. He's fulfilled that role fantastically well at Liverpool. He's good at driving forward. He's got fantastic tremendous speed. He's agile, you know. He's good at combining with his teammates fantastically well. And Liverpool have explained how much of an important and iconic figure he is and how he performs for the team in Liverpool. Because it's still essential they may need to keep him because they could lose Emre Can, and they've still got problems in the midfield that they need to address. But Liverpool, this could be now, in Liverpool's perspective, maybe an alternative replacement for Coutinho. I think ongoing discussions have been going on, well, before when it had reported that Barcelona and Liverpool maybe have had interactions or discussions about getting Coutinho. Liverpool did sanction it off, basically saying he's not for sale. I think they've had a bid rejected as well of Liverpool to wait there. Sorry, Barcelona have had a bid rejected, I think, for Liverpool for Coutinho, should I say. Sorry, I got a bit confused there. And I think they're now willing to pay £89–90 million. But Liverpool failing the pursuit of they've got salaries, it was a good signing for them, but they need more in that team from their perspective. But also, they've tried getting that dynamic, fantastic midfielder from Red Bulls. For the entirety of the transfer window, Naby Keita, they've tried getting him, but Red Bulls are standing firm. They are resisted and reluctant to sell the current player. As negotiations have been going on, the German publication had reported before that bids had been rejected from Liverpool, from Red Bulls for Naby Keita, what Liverpool have offered the player. They'd come out for £75 million, still struggled to get him on the board, so Liverpool are trying now. Basically, they think he may leave Coutinho. I think he's adamant that he does want to leave. Yes, he's even quoted that he wants to leave. Liverpool don't want him to leave the club. But Liverpool have been looking for that number 8 spot, and that number 8 spot would have been fulfilled basically by Naby Keita. Not going to Liverpool now, so they've looked more in the region of joining the race with Arsenal to try and get Thomas Lemar on the board. But he stood firm to the vice president regarding Fabinho. That's why Manchester United not get him in also. Thomas Lemar and Mbappe. So could you say basically it's an alternative replacement for Sanchez, which Sanchez is definitely going now, is if the Arsenal do get Thomas Lemar. Arsenal would be disappointed if Liverpool did pull the hat off and did beat Arsenal to the race, because both teams have got problems, let's face it, both teams have got problems, like a lot of teams have still got problems. They need to have depth and quality into their team. We know also Arsenal have looked into the young lad Jerry from Nice. He was fantastic in their division last season. I think he produced, 9 goals, 7 assists in so many appearances, did this player. I haven't watched much of him, but I know Arsenal have had an interest in this Jerry player as well. Whether he won't be the main priority target, he may be like a second target if Arsenal do fail the pursuit of Thomas Lemar. But yeah, it does look realistically now that Sanchez is leaving the club. Manchester City now Manchester City are now in the ascendancy to get the player on the board. I think discussions have been going on now. Claudio Bravo wants Sanchez at Manchester City. Pep Guardiola is willing to put a 50 million bid in for Sanchez. I think he's willing. He updated the other day. He's willing to offer him over £300,000 a week contract, and he's willing to plot in a 50 million bid. Could you say that's a lot for a player that's coming to a halt of his contract? Well, maybe not really, because how much of a high calibre player he is. He's an absolutely quality player, he's Sanchez. But could City face FFP, because they've already spent over 200 million on players? They've also done fantastic business with Monaco. Wait, I'm just going to have a drink. No, innit? But yeah, with Sanchez, City are merged as the front runners in this now. There is negotiations going on, and he wants to hand in a transfer request, does Alexis Sanchez. So they've spent about 231, plus with his 50 million, 281, plus the agent fees and the wage. That'd take it easily to over £300 million that City had spent if they do get their 6th significant signing of the summer. I think he does want to go to Manchester City, does Sanchez. He's adamant that he wants to go to Manchester City. He wants to reunite with Pep Guardiola. He really does want to reunite with Pep Guardiola, as they have had a fantastic bond together at Barcelona, the period of time he was at Barcelona. Won loads and loads of honours, but Sanchez wants to make the move, and he stirred up suggestions. He got a lot of Arsenal fans' attention, was it on Instagram or social media, having been absent and being sick. Didn't turn up to training, so suggestions stirred up there that the player just currently does not want to be at Arsenal anymore. He's won 3 FA Cups in 4 seasons, but for a player of his calibre, that's not enough. I think he scored, 20 odd goals last season also for Arsenal. I think he's been there now for 3 years, but he just insists he wants Champions League football, and if he goes to City, he's got Champions League football, plus he's playing amongst really good players. He's playing amongst, your likes of Aguero there, your likes of David Silva there, your likes of Sterling there, your likes of the signings have got Walker, Benjamin Mendy. City have put a lot of class into their team, a lot of class, and David Silva. Sanchez can play in numerous positions. His advanced role is at number 7. He can play on the left. I think he can play on the left. He can play in the middle as well. He can play as a striker, and I think he can play as a second striker as well. So very, very versatile player also, and a prolific goal scorer. I would love him at Manchester United. We know Bayern Munich have been in there, but Munich aren't going to get him now. PSG have made inquiries. They made inquiries last week when it looked realistic he was going to make a move to PSG. the interest had cooled down. The interest had cooled down a bit, but now City could be emerged as the front runners to get the player on the board. We know the director of PSG would try to get the deal finalised, to try and get a deal finalised for Sanchez. They were preparing to pay over £35 million. But now City are currently in there, and I think he's made his mind up. He wants Champions League football. This is what's quoted out. So Wenger must now realise, stop standing firm, stop being ruthless like you have been for the last week or so since the rumours have been stemming. He should know now, realistically, he don't think he'll leave. He's mistranslated everything, but deep down, Wenger, he's going to leave you, and that's it. So what you've got to do is, it is disappointing using one of your best players, but you're going to raise these funds, basically. You've got Lacazette, Arsenal have also got Lacazette, that's a good signing, He's hitting form in these pre-season games for Arsenal as well. He's a good player. He's good at scoring loads of goals. He was good for Lyon, so that's a good signing. But Arsenal, they know they need more in their team. They need a lot more quality in their team if they're going to be, try to qualify for the Champions League this season or even be a elite opposition. They need more in that team. Whatever's happening with Giroud, I do not know. I know Everton have been linked to him. Everton are doing good business in the transfer window. They've got 6 or 7 signings. They've spent over £100 million. I think they may have a good season this season. Rooney's hitting form as well, and the other players that they've added in there. Don't know what's with Ozil, what's happening with him. Is he coming to an end of his contract as well? So Arsenal need to think about potential replacement for Sanchez. You could say potential replacement because he is going, but City for me are going to be the favourites. Maybe Chelsea could. If City get Sanchez in the mix as well, they're going to be a strong opposition this season. Not always being a checkbook manager means you're going to win trophies, but it's always very, very important. And if you're playing the likes of Aguero, he was a prolific, fantastic goal scorer, Gabriel Jesus. Aguero's not Guardiola's first choice, but when them two play together, Jesus and Aguero, they are fantastic flourish for Manchester City, and then putting Sanchez in the mix there as well. So City still may need to address the midfield, but these talks going on now, and I just think it's a matter of time. He wants to put this transfer request in. It's a matter of time before he wants to leave Arsenal. Sanchez, he says he wants Champions League football. That's the main part now. This is the first time Arsenal have not had this in 2 decades. This is why it goes against you in transfer windows if you don't get Champions League football. But don't know what's Don't know really what's happening with not Neymar. Mahrez, Leicester want a £50 million price tag. I don't think Arsenal are willing to pay that £50 million price tag for Mahrez. I think Roma have had an interest in the player. I think a few other teams. Arsenal want the price tag to be dropped. They want the price tag to be dropped. I think he had thoughts about quitting Leicester last season. Currently won the PFA Year Award as well, did Mahrez. He is a good, fantastic player. Didn't really hit form last season, but he was fantastic. With Vardy as well in there, who Arsenal have been for in the past as well, but it never ever happened. So some of it's true what the media say, some of it's false what the media say. As I said, but he did fantastically well in that fantastic campaign that Leicester had when they won the league. Arsenal could still may get him. I don't think he's a main priority target. He could be third on the list or second on the list, behind Thomas Lemar, because that basically is Arsene Wenger's main priority to get on the board. He's got Seri in there, he's second, I think. So Arsenal are making moves now, but they're struggling to agree a fee with Monaco for Lemar, because but yeah, if you've got an Italian journalist here, if he said all this, then it may happen, but he's not the most reliablest journalist I do know. I don't even know the guy's name. I can't even read and pronounce the guy's name, to be quite fair, guys. But yeah, I updated you earlier on with the Neymar situation. I updated you earlier on that Manchester United had agreed personal terms with Herrera, the PSG fullback. I don't know if this deal will go through because the player has got a bad reputation, and he's got disciplinary issues with his past, and I think this player he's been convicted of assaulting a police officer. He's been also for an assault, and he also didn't turn up for Arsenal's game against PSG. Was it in November? Can't remember when. He didn't do that, so I think he's banned from travelling from the UK in the UK. Couldn't make it to the UK, but could this make this transfer inflate? You know, with the bad reputation he's got, he's a bit of a potted. Is this player? He is 5'9". This player, his performances are actually fantastic. He's good at giant forward. He's good in the air. He's tall. He's quick. He's good. He's good at that full-back position. He holds that line fantastically well. PSG can afford to offload the players. They're on the brink of getting Lemar. Plus, they've got one of the generated right-backs in the world, best generated right-backs in the world, which is Dani Alves. So basically, he may find it hard to get first team. He is 24 years of age also. So it says we have agreed personal terms. Probably more things will be negotiated with the current player. But a deal hasn't come to an agreement, or a deal hasn't been published out yet for the player. But yeah, with a bad reputation like that, do you think he'll do what else? Do you think if he come to Manchester United, do you think he'd bring any more bad luck as he has done in the past? He's got a bad record. I think he's had a criminal record, or he's still got a criminal record as this player. He hasn't been mentioned too much in this transfer window, but this is the Paris press basically that have reported this. I think they will be adamant to let him go. Will Paris Saint-Germain? We do need a right back essentially, because we need a right back basically that is as good as Antonio Valencia. Antonio Valencia is our most advanced right back at the moment. But Fabinho would have been ideal because he can play as centre defensive mid. He can also play as a converted right back as well. So he'd have been fantastic helping Valencia out in that situation. But obviously that deal's off now. There's also been talks about this young player. I think he's called Tammy Abraham or something like that. He's a player that very, very talented and experienced young athlete player. He's 19 years of age. He's been scouted by us apparently. He's been scouted by a few other teams as well. This player's been at Chelsea on loan. I think he's just gone. I think they've loaned him out again. I think he's gone to Swansea. He's been at Bristol City on loan, and he's been at so he's a player that's netted 26 goals in 48 appearances. I think he's been on form in these pre-season games as well, this player. But he's a player he's a very, very good goal scorer. He's got good young age talent, and he looks fantastic. He looks a fantastic player for what I've heard. He's also won the young player of the year before. He's won the top scorer, and he's won the player of the year as well. So he looks a fantastic player. Does this player, and he's getting scouted by quite a few teams. Is this player? He has been with Chelsea, but he's currently now at Swansea on loan, and he's doing fantastically well he's performing well at Swansea, this player. So we have got a lot of youth into the team. We've got a lot of youth, so I think we do basically need more highly experienced players in our squad. So yeah, we need more highly experienced in our squad. So yeah. Anyway, that's about it. So Thomas Lemar, the deals are delayed at the moment. I presume more talks will be going. If Liverpool are going to try and hold talks, as well as Arsenal, with Lemar to try and get it, are Liverpool going to hold discussions with Monaco to try and get him, and maybe try and take him away from going to Arsenal? I do not know, but either way, Monaco are from the president's perspective, they are reluctant to sell the player. But the journalist has come out and reported that he's very confident he will join Arsenal. And they're desperate, Arsenal, for that replacement. They've got two signings at the moment, but to make them more of a strong opposition, should I say, they need to get another two players at least on the board. So yeah, guys, basically that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments and likes below on my video. Subscribe to Chazzaboy Davenport, and take it easy. And I'll see you all later. Bye.